What up, good people? We're back here at Sneaker Sunday, where we're keeping it fresh, where we're here to entertain, motivate, and best of all, educate. We're here to uplift the youth and, of course, talk to people that are just here to make your life more bedazzled. Let's get into it.
Gut, gute Gas. Hey, aber fahren.
Ah, we have to say get down.
Bonke back. Is this fuck true? Gangsters lent tot. Gut, gute Gas.
Yo, everyone, it's your girl Sam Shabazz. We're back at it again. It's Sneaker Sunday. If I could whistle, I could, but let's leave it. So basically, guys, we're here with one of the dopest. You probably have seen her on the decks. Many of you may know her as Doowap. Her formal name is Kitsiwe Morgan.
The chosen one, baby.
That's right, that's right.
What up, baby girl?
What's up?
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm so
amazing.
excited.
I am excited.
Yes.
I am totally excited. Like, I am sweating bullets.
Let's get it.
But how you doing, bruh?
I'm lovely. I feel phenomenal. I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's
I just got
great.
back from a shoot in Cape Town.
Amazing.
You know, we got the bag. We got to shoot like
Always.
epic content. So I'm feeling good.
That's nice. That's nice. No, I love that. I love that. Basically, like I said, just a bit about yourself. A lot of you know you as, obviously, Doowap.
The DJ.
Obviously, the DJ.
Yes.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
You know, guys, this beautiful woman. She's from Swaziland. Please tell us a bit about basically how this whole, like where you come from influences like the person
whole
that you are.
vibe.
Yes, basically.
I'd say like my parents firstly, first they used to own casinos and then after that they used to own nightclubs, and during the nightclub times, this was like in the 90s, during the Kwaito time. So I think firstly that's why I'm very inspired by Kwaito. And I play a lot of Kwaito in my DJ sets, and I definitely think it's from my parents owning nightclubs. And actually, at their nightclubs, there used to be Oskido. Oskido's first DJ set was there. DJ Fresh's first set was there. So, like, I feel like my parents are pretty legendary in the game as well, but more like behind the scenes. And I think that definitely shaped me and my love for music and just like the nightlife, you know. And it's dope having parents that get it. And they come to my events all the time as well.
I was about to ask, like, do you like?
They come through, girl, they come through, it goes down, they dance, and like sometimes they try and give me pointers, I never listen. But I think that's what shaped like the journey I'm on right now.
Oh, awesome! And then siblings?
Siblings, I have a beautiful sister. Her name is Nicole. I think she sees the struggle as an artist and she's like, I don't want to do that in my life. Even though she's actually mad creative, she's just like, nah, bruh. Like the way my sister be struggling, like one day she's rich as F. We're allowed to swear in that? Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
One day she's rich as fuck. Next day, like there's dololo, you know? So I think she's like a corporate. She lives in Dubai. She's always on a yacht. She works for P&G. I don't know if I can say that. But yeah, like she's on a completely different course. But because she's a creative, she gets it and she inspires me as well. Like her makeup is always on fleek.
Okay.
I actually learned a lot of makeup from my sister.
Is she younger than you? Or
Yeah, she's younger.
Okay.
But like she's super wise. And then like combos outfits. I know my outfits are ridiculous, but like my sister actually inspires a lot of them as well. So yeah, all in all, the whole family, they're inspiring me.
Awesome stuff. No, like basically, you know, every time I see you, I'm always just like amazed by your hair and the consistency. I'm like, oh, of course.
But look at you, girl. Loving
Like,
the bob.
But before we get to that, I just want to actually get to find out, how did the name Doowap actually come about? Yes.
Yo, people always ask me and they always like throw out what they think. They're like, is it from the Lauryn Hill song, Do Up That Thing? Or they're like, is it like Doowap bands, the singers? And I'm just like, nah, actually it just came from high school. I went to French school there. And in France, a doowap is a chocolate caramel muffin and it's delicious. Love me, my boy, I'm delicious. So the boys are like, Doowap. And then as soon as I needed a DJ name, even my mom was like, in school, remember everyone called you Doowap? I was like, yeah, you know what? That's the one. DJ Doowap.
Who would have? I mean,
And like sometimes I'm like, oh, it's the Lauryn Hill song. If I don't feel like explaining the whole story, but the real story is the muffin. Yeah.
are you serious? Like, get out of here, man. Like, I'm like,
Get out of here, man.
I was not ready for that.
Yeah.
Like, that's dope. Basically, you've been in the music industry for man.
It's
long,
like going
right?
on 9 years now.
Like,
Wild.
That's a whole kid. That's a whole kid. But like do you remember like your first gig?
Of course, bro. The first gig changed my life, guys. Honestly.
Was it Roxy's?
How do you know? Stalker alert! No, I'm joking. Yeah, for real. My first gig was at Roxy's in Malville when that was still around. And I had I was studying sound engineering at the time. And I just finished learning how to DJ from a short DJ course. Because my dad was like, I'm not paying for anything. If you want to go out, you must pay for yourself. I'm paying for a uni, that's it, you know? I was like, fair enough. So I started DJing. And then this homie was like, I heard you DJ. I'm throwing a party at Roxy's. Do you want to come play? I don't really have much of a budget story of everyone's life. So I was like, yeah, sure. It's my first gig. Let me try it out. And I had just come back from the UK. I used to live in the UK, everybody. I came back in 2012. So when I came back, I was still playing a lot of grime from the UK. I was playing a lot of drum and bass. I was playing like super electronic, different music. So after my gig, someone from YFM comes to me and they're like, yo, we haven't heard anything like this before. You've got some crazy vibe going on. Your music is amazing. Your mixing is incredible. We need you. Do you want a show on YFM? After my first set,
Can you imagine?
I was like,
The stars were aligned.
it's beautiful, bro. So yeah, like after that, that's how everything started. Because I thought DJing would just be like a side hustle, nothing too serious. But it was amazing that just from that, I started the YFM show. And it was just like a ripple effect from there, you know? And now we're 9 years in, killing the game.
No, big ups, man. Like you're killing it. You're killing it, bro. You're killing it.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about like more of like your brand.
My brand, yeah. The Doowap brand.
The Doowap brand, the consistency, like I just basically mentioned,
Yeah.
that every time I see it's like the hair, the nails,
We on
sneakers, on fleek, the color, you know. So like,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people always ask, like, how did you do it? Like, how do you become a DJ? What? And I do think that the most important thing is to create a brand because there are so many DJs, there are so many rappers, there are so many artists, and the most important thing is like what makes you stand out. So it was always a natural thing for me to have cool hairstyles, and straight away I realized no one was doing that. And already in the UK, I was already like colorful braids. And remember, I was saying my parents owned a nightclub, so Boom Shaka used to be at the nightclub. Imagine. And they used to also like come to our house. They used to come chill. Nebu Matosa would chill at the house. Wild. So she inspired the braids, Level Matosa for sure. But then as like a young person, I felt like, okay, how can I switch it up? So obviously the color. And at the time, I was getting color from the UK. It wasn't here yet. Before anyone else was jacking the swag. It was like, you know, just me rocking the colorful braids. And I think like that made me stand out as a brand. And then also the fact that like my music was different. That's a brand as well.
Definitely.
The fact that I take my basas and the look very serious, that's a brand, you know? And I think like when I started, I was with Ricky Rick, like DJing for him with Boys and Box. And they were also sneakerheads. They were also into style. Like it wasn't only about the music. So like I think that's how the whole Doowap brand like got created.
no, it's dope, man. Like,
Thank you.
actually delicious. That's
It's delicious, my babe.
It's delicious. All right, so basically just a bit about the achievements that you've basically had during your run. You know, and obviously
Like things that stand out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, the list is long, my boy. But the things that come to mind straight off the bat, I definitely say Afropunk 2019 in Brooklyn, New York. Imagine. We're there with the gom, I'm a piano. Like I was there with my dancer, Taryn TNT, and we killed it.
Shout
so for
out,
me,
shout
Afropunk Brooklyn, like that was a highlight for sure. Another thing that stands out for me was me opening for MIA when she came to South Africa. that was huge because MIA is like one of my favorite artists of all time. So the fact that they contacted me to DJ before she came out was just mind-blowing. And then all the festivals, like all South African festivals, because I always tell people, like, they say, where do you play normally? Where can I catch you? I'm like, I'm not at any club because of like the experience I try and create. It's more of like a festival experience, you know? So for me, like Opi Kopi, Rocking the Daisy, Smoking Dragons, I've done all of those and they're beautiful. And like for me, those are highlights.
Coachella.
Coachella, where you at though? Where you at though?
Like, I mean, hello, hi,
sure.
can you do something? You know what I mean? So, and with that being said, what is it that you'd like to actually achieve?
Even further,
Even further,
my boy. I definitely want to drop my album, which is coming out soon, and I'm so excited because I want people to understand like what my sound is, you know? It's my first album, and I think like as a DJ, it's always nice to play your own original music. So that's what I'm focusing on now, and it should be ready within the next month or two, which is beautiful. And I think like with that album, so many incredible things are gonna happen because people are always like, okay, Shop, we're gonna book you, we're gonna tour you overseas, but what are you dropping? What are you doing? So now I can be like, my boy, I'm coming with an album, I'm coming with music videos, I'm coming with, you know? So that's what I'm super excited about. And then obviously merchandise. I don't know why it has taken me so long
do the things
to do
please.
merchandise.
Please do the
I
things.
need to holler at the boys, Sloopy, Zaid, all of y'all. Help
Do the
me.
things.
So I need to do merchandise, and it's working, it's happening. That's what I'm excited about. And then obviously more traveling. Like every time it's winter in South Africa, I go overseas because it's summer that side. So I'll do the US and I'll do Europe, mostly Europe. So this year I want to do that again. And then, what else, bro? Yo, my mind is just exploding with everything I want to do. My future's so freaking bright. That's why I wear glasses, guys.
Yes!
Anyways, but that's where we at. There's a lot to look forward to.
No, and any collaborations that
you should look out for.
Yes.
There's a lot. Like, firstly, Mashaya Pukre Kamnamba. Hip hop, baby!
Oh, you lied! I nearly lost my way.
So that's the vibes. Like, I'm so excited for that. He's actually on 3 songs on my album, which is beautiful because he's a legend. Then Windows 2000, his energy as a young kid, he's just electric. I love that guy. And I'm trying to work with my Glera Dope Boy, who I think is like the future. It's just taking a while, you know, trying to organize studio sessions and things, but yeah, there's exciting collaborations. And one I do not want to forget is Mani Badu. Like, Mani Badu is a freaking star. Please, guys, if you don't know who she is, go check her out. We've got a song. It's called Deja Vu. Put the link here. I'm joking. But yeah, Deja Vu, my boy. That's a very serious song. So Mani Badu is like high in my heart, high in my priorities. She's a great collaboration, yeah.
Amazing. Shout out. You know, basically, I'm really, really inspired just by hearing like your journey and basically everything that's just going on.
I mean, you've been there from the beginning, which
like,
is beautiful.
Maybe I've been like in the...
No, you've been there from the beginning. Do you know one thing I did with this chick, which is mind-blowing? I don't know if you guys know Paul's Homemade Ice Cream. It's an ice cream which is from South Africa. It's incredible. And through you guys with Flying Fish and DNA,
that was a job.
It was beautiful. We created a Doowap ice cream. Guys, it was Madagascan vanilla mixed with shortbread and caramel. And it sold out. Like, that is
on the
beautiful.
Day. That time, it was Flying Fish, yeah.
Yeah, it was Flying Fish.
It was Flying Fish.
Incredible experience.
I actually won't forget that. I will never forget
and we
that.
grooved and danced the whole night.
On a train.
On a train.
Can you imagine?
It was a train. It was a moving train. That's a beautiful experience.
Right?
We need to do more of those.
Definitely. SA needs to come back with that creativity. It needs to come back with that.
With
that fun. Exactly.
For sure.
And with that being said, like you also mentioned like how your sister also how she's creative,
Yes.
but she's also in corporate. However, it's like one of those things where she's like up and down, but she like also like just there consistently in the
Yes, doing
creative
her thing.
space. And then but then with those people that basically want to be in your space, not necessarily DJing, but maybe even DJing, like
But in the creative space.
Exactly. Like what would you basically say to inspire them and like just boost their confidence to be like, look, it's the place to be?
I hear you. I think like firstly that thing that I was saying about creating a brand so that you can stand out, like for me that's the most important thing. Like what is going to make you different, because there's millions of artists, millions of creatives, so like what is going to make you different? Is it your hair? Like is it how you dress? Is it your voice? Is it, like you need to figure that out before anything. And like secondly, put yourself on. Like that's one thing that it was like one of the best advices I got actually starting out in the game. It was from DJ Ken Zero. You know Ken Zero? Dude. He's so dope. He's a legend himself. So Ken Zero, one day I was like, I was tripping, one of those like entitled things, like, why don't you put me on yours? Why aren't you always throwing events? Why don't you put me on? He said, listen, call yourself, girl. I was like, what do you mean, call myself? And he's like, nah, like create your own spaces. So you can like have your own database of people so that if you go to a brand, you could be like, yo, I have 200 people that come to this event every single time. This is my database, So it's like, call yourself. Don't wait for anyone to call you. Like create that for yourself. And a lot of time people will like hit me up via Instagram or something. They'll be like, yo, please can you mentor me? Please can you do this for me? I'm like, bro, you have one post on Instagram, no link to music, and you want me to put you on? Put yourself on. Go and get a photographer in the hood and shoot some content. Go like do something. Then we can talk about putting you on. But for now, put yourself on. So that's the thing that I think is so important. Is like, call yourself, put yourself on, respect yourself, manage yourself. You don't need anyone until the ball is rolling,
No, that's dope. That's dope. And so basically that would be one of the best advices.
For sure. That's
received.
Definitely one of the best advice. Call yourself.
And any other, like maybe top 3 best advice that you received?
Top 3, girls!
Because I say top 3 because your parents have been in the game.
They've been in the game. They've been
exactly.
I mean, like, another thing is obvious, don't get wasted. Also don't try and talk business in the club. So people are like, yo, Doowap. And I'm like, I can't even hear what your name is. Now you want to come with a proposal. Like, So, yeah. Bro, alcohol is the devil. So just watch that, And other than that, like, trust your inner instinct. Let yourself guide you because it's your journey. It's no one else's.
It's just not to be shady or anything, but has anyone said that maybe like Shoma Josie?
Everyone says that. Wa bora if you say that, because just do a little bit of research. And then you'll see who started the hair. But other than that, I never ever want to disrespect anyone because especially women in the game, we have it so hard. So for anyone who's making it, like, please go full force. Whether it means that you are inspired by my hair or inspired by my clothes or inspired, I'm glad I'm inspiring you because we need more women in the game, And like, I do want to say that I think it's beautiful how many women are coming in the game, because a lot of people ask me that and they think it's competition, but like, I'm not about competition, I'm about collaboration, Like, there's no competition. The pie is huge.
Exactly.
We all can eat. I promise you that. Look how big the world is. There's guap for days. Guap is even an imaginary thing. So there's more than enough to go around. So for me, like, big up to every single woman that steps up and comes into the game. Like, I got your back. I support you. From Uncle Waffles to Durban Gogo to Fifla to... What?
Everything.
Papi Cooper.
Papi Cooper.
All of you. I love y'all.
Nigga. Like,
for sure.
Definitely. No, definitely. Women in the game are totally killing it.
And we're killing it. You can't even say, oh, it's because you're a woman now. It's because we're good.
Nah.
And that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Because before, I used to always get questions like, oh, how does it feel being... Not even before. Every single interview except for this one, actually. I get the question like, how does it feel to be a woman in the industry? And like, the fact that you're asking me that question means there's a problem already. You know what I mean? Secondly, like, we're good, We're not occupying the space because we're hot. we're occupying it because we're good. And that's also what I want to tell other women is like, don't let your looks carry you. Like, let your skill carry you, you know?
You heard that? You heard that?
See how
you,
man or line.
you can be pretty, but come on, it's
the
inside. Skill. You see what inside there?
Straight up.
Like it's what inside.
I hear you.
Like definitely, like that is totally what's up.
Hella important.
And to anyone that's basically listening to you right now, what's your advice? I know you said the advice that you got for yourself, you know what I mean? Put yourself on and all of that. But like anyone that wants to be like you.
Anyone that's like, I want to be like you. I'm like, that's already a problem. Because you need to be like yourself. Firstly, you know, like if you're trying to be like me, you've already lost the game because there is no one else like me, you know? And like if you can figure out who you are, then you're winning, you know what I mean? Because that's when you start figuring out what your brand is. You start figuring out like, and we need everyone that knows themselves. We need everyone that's conscious about what they're doing.
Exactly.
Because then like, we're on earth for a purpose, né?
Yeah.
And
find yours.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the main thing. It's like, there's not another me, there's not another you. So who are you? You know? Yeah.
No, that's dope. That's dope. What are you currently bopping to right now?
Like my playlist right now?
Yes.
I'd say, do you know Bone Soda? There's like Skinny Macho. Skinny is a DJ now. He's a DJ from overseas and he's got this thing called Bone Soda.
Okay.
So I think on Spotify, there's a Spotify playlist, like Bone Soda playlist.
Check it out.
That's my ish. Because I love how diverse his music selection is. It's like music from all around the world. He even loves South African music, puts a lot of South African music. So that's my vibe, yeah.
Dope.
Playlist wise, for sure.
You know, I really, really dig the vibe that you have. That and I'm always gonna go back to it. That diverse.
Yeah.
You know, I really dig it.
Thank
it's something
you.
that's actually that people can actually learn from.
For sure.
And because it doesn't tie you down to one lane.
No.
As much
and
as
like
yes,
not even one genre. I could never.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can actually get like a lot of people on the dance floor from different age groups and different styles. No manganjani. Let's go for it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like you are bound to get someone because I mean, as a DJ, I'm sure you'd be like, but actually, can I ask, being a DJ and you're like, how do I get people to actually just come through?
Forward.
You know what I mean?
Nah, like for me, and most DJs always say this, find one person that you're pleasing and like that'll kind of bring the whole crowd. Because there's always one Jaivane, you. You know what I mean? There's always one person with a big amount of energy that is gonna dance and bring everyone. So for me, like I channel that person and that person actually does the work for me, to be honest.
Nice.
That's how we do it, yeah.
You see, actually, what you just said right now, because I've always, that person to me would be like the person that actually interprets what it's like. You guys are vibing off each
and
other.
I'm sure you feel that because you're like a big dancer. I'm sure you feel that with DJs.
I'm so glad I'm not crazy. I thought I was crazy.
Like there's something here.
I thought it was crazy when things
true.
like that happen.
Yeah.
But now I know.
True.
Now I know. And then, you know, of course, after a night out, what's your go-to snack?
For me, it's the wings, hey? If
Really?
I can find some barbecue wings somewhere.
Where you find barbecue wings at what time is this?
It's late. Like, for example, in Newtown, they're always making wings. I'm always trying to find wings. I don't know, it's weird, but I'm always trying to find like some sticky wings, some barbecue wings, and fries. Like that makes my favorite thing to chow before I go home. If not that, then Andicio's pizza if I have to. You know what I mean? But for me, it's the wings, my boy.
Something, just, you know.
Just.
And then you spoke a bit about sneaker gang, basically.
I mean, that's why we here.
Exactly, it's Sneaker Sunday, of course.
Sneaker gang.
Of course, keeping it fresh like that. Your favorite sneaker currently right now, what is it?
Ooh, yeah.
Your go-to.
And I'm glad you said currently, because as a sneakerhead, it's forever changing.
Always, all the time.
Always changing.
You're sitting there and you're like, oh, like
No, it's an addiction. It's a
Yeah.
real life, like put it in my vein addiction.
Right?
So for me now, it's definitely the new MX 720s.
Shout out.
I think they've been out maybe for 2 years and they've like come out with different versions. But that MX heel is like it's like this much of air, my boy, and it just gives me that elevation I need. It's a nice thin foot, you know. So
Right.
720s, and surprisingly, I can dance really nicely when I'm DJing. I'm always
And they have that
comfortable.
bounce.
I bounce.
They have that
Exactly.
They have that bounce.
So-
Like even when you're walking.
Chef's kiss, my boy. I love it.
No. Actually, I actually dig those too, because
Yeah.
there was a time where when they actually came out, I was like, I actually want all the colors. I don't care. You know what I mean?
And they had that not tie-dye where it's like pink and then
exactly,
blue.
exactly. So that, you see, that's the one I.
Until one day, I went. This brand took me and they told it it's a day of experiences. So I'm like, oh, wonderful! This is gonna be so much fun. Came with my 720s, nice one. Next thing we painting this wall. So there was paint all over the sneakers. I'm like, what experience is this? You got me out here grafting and painting walls for y'all.
Hey.
So that was sad, but yeah, all in all, 720s.
So you got paint on your
They
on your shoes,
finished. They're gone. Those pink and blue ones I'm talking about, it's dead.
and you
for
can't
them.
find them anywhere now. That's the sad part. Sorry, man. I'm like, sorry.
Heartbreak.
What's that? You?
I'm a size 3. If anyone wants to send me anything,
Now you know.
yes.
So we had the same ones, but I'm a size 5, so I can't give you.
it's
I can't
over
give you
for
mine.
me. I'm swimming there. It's fine.
And then also going into your music, right? So you've got a music video. Like, can you tell us a bit about it?
Sure.
And then, you know,
Are you gonna watch it?
definitely we need
guys
to
gonna
see. We
watch
need
it?
to see. We need to see.
Yeah. So it's my one and only video, and it's called Time Traveler. It's beautiful, like production. I don't think there's any essay videos that's touching that. Like it's, but I feel like the song could have been better, and I wasn't in like the best musical version of myself. So, and I also feel like every time I make something, I'm done with it. You know, you don't even want to look back at the thing. Like that's how I feel. A lot of artists that I respect are also like that. It's like you finish something and you're so bored of it by the time you're done because you've invested so much in it. You put so much time that like you look at it and you're like, okay, we're on to the next. You know what I mean? So yeah, Time Traveler. That's the name of the video. I think it's beautiful, but we can always do better.
All right, guys, you heard it from Doowap.
Yes.
Let's jump into the music video, get a snippet. Hope you like it. Time Traveler. DJ Doowap.
I smell ting from my neck to the core. Uzitshela umuntu yangazi angithi, angithi. Awuzazi umuntu ubani angithi, angithi. Uzitshela umuntu yangazi angithi, angithi. Awuzazi umuntu ubani angithi, angithi. Milestones, I'm with you. Don't think that I need you. Lifestyle intertwined, gotta get what's mine alone. I shine. Nyadala, nyantanda. Baby's my business, things forever. We better together. Okay. Check the score. Hold on. I break records. Wait. The system's flawed. I should win more. I'm your mood board. You make me bored.
That was mad dope, guys. You just watched DJ Doowap's Time Traveler, and I hope you just watch it over and over and over and over, guys. I'm like I said, I've been sweating bullets. Like,
Thank you for
it's
having
amazing.
me. You
It's amazing.
badass. You know that? You badass.
Like I'm totally inspired. Like I really enjoyed like having this and having this sit down with
Thank
you.
you, Chop Chop.
Like, and I've learned so much that like I've actually
We got
didn't
to
know,
spend
you know,
time.
you know.
Yes.
And like guys, like Doowap said, if you're gonna do something,
Call yourself, baby.
Get that airtime and do the things.
Straight up.
Doowap, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
need a
Chom
hug.
Chom.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was great.
Love, 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 love.
Much love. All right, guys.
Peace out, Sneaker Sunday. I love you.